You want to take your stock DR650 and get into the unexplored terrain off-road on the trails through the forest. You might be wondering, what modifications do I need to do first for my DR650 to ride it off-road? So I'm going to list those for you here now. Oh, that did not go good. I did not handle that very well. So first off, what we need to do is we need to change our tires. We need to get rid of the stock death wings, which are like more of a road orientated tire, and put something more with aggressive tread. These are basically a full knobby. I'm running the TR8 Battle Rally up front, and on the rear, the legendary Dunlop D606. This is a great off-road tire, which is pretty good on-road too. They don't last that long, but I'd rather have premium traction off-road while I'm in the forest than worrying about top performance on the road. Second modification that I would suggest is there's two things for the second. Lower your foot pegs and raise your handlebars. So as you can see, I have quite a high riser, and I also have a KX high bar, and I have lowered the foot pegs. Now the reason why we want to do that is the stock DR650 is basically designed for sitting, and it's too tight and cramped to be standing while we're off-road for long periods of time. We're all hunched over and the geometry of our body is not correct. So when we lower the foot pegs and raise the bars, we can then comfortably stand while riding off-road, which is crucial to navigate the terrain that we're riding when we're on the trail and in the woods. The third thing that I suggest for off-road riding, and this all depends on budget, but suspension. A lot of people like the DR650 stock suspension. They say it's very comfortable, very cushy, but when you start getting off-road and you're navigating rocks and drops, it is such a beautiful upgrade on the bike to tweak the suspension. So in mine, inertia valves up front put a heavier weighted oil, and in the rear, it's just had a spring swap to a heavier, I think, 8.3 spring in the back. So the stock one has been taken out and then a heavier duty one put in. Or one of the other reasons why we do want to tweak the suspension, if we're going to start getting into motorcycle camping and we're going to have all our luggage, saddlebags, tents, camping gear, cooking gear, food, water, we need something that's going to hold all that weight. That will just clap out the stock suspension. So depending on what you're going to be doing off-road, what level you want to take it to, suspension is one of those amazing modifications we can do. Next up on the list for riding off-road with the DR650 is protection. So as you can see, I've got a skid plate, I've got the engine guards, I have the case savers, I have the oil filter guard. We've got the pannier racks, which also help when you drop on the side. On this side here, you can also see the other engine guard up front. So again, when we're dropping the bike, we have some protection. If we're running through rocks and woods and sticks are flicking up, we've got a little bit more protection here. And we have our bark busters. So these are very crucial for riding off-road for a couple of reasons. So number one, if we're riding in the woods and tight terrain, this is going to protect our hands in case we run into a tree, which may happen depending on how tight you're riding. Like if you were to go through here and you botched it, this is going to save you from breaking your hands. Holy fuck. The other benefit of the bark busters that a lot of people don't talk about is it saves your levers from breaking when you drop the bike. So this keeps all of the pressure from the ground away from the lever. That's one of the worst things that can happen while you're riding in the middle of nowhere, dropping the bike and breaking off either your brake or your clutch lever. If you happen to have a spare one with you, that's okay, but that's one of the things that we can prevent if we do put on a heavy duty set of bark busters. The other benefit too is if we're doing a lot of touring on the road, this breaks the wind off the hands, keeps the hands a lot warmer, especially in the cooler temps. If we're getting into motorcycle camping, some of the modifications, we obviously need some pannier racks. You don't have to have pannier racks, but they definitely help support your luggage. And we need a back rack. So as you can see, this is the Mant back rack, and I've got my Kriega small bag here with my toolkit strapped on. but this is going to give you the availability to strap a bigger duffel bag on the back of your bike to hold all your gear. Now, if we're getting into more long distance traveling and touring, the stock seat has to go. As you can see, I've got the Seat Concepts regular seat. This is a lot wider, a lot more support and cushy and soft. It has a nice grip to it, but the seat needs to be modified. If you're going to be doing 300 to 600 kilometers a day sitting down, you need an aftermarket seat. Small little things again for off-roading, depending on what level you're going to. We've got the auxiliary lights, which also have the daytime amber, which is very nice. I basically run with those on all the time just to help people see me while I'm on the road or on the trail. And when I'm riding in night conditions, these things are super bright. Obviously not usable on road, but when you're way back in the bush, maybe it took longer to get to the campsite than you intended, it is very nice to have some auxiliary lights. This is another modification. This is a front fender brace, so this helps stiffen up the front fender from moving around so much, and also to support if you have your tool bag up front. I hope this quick video on some of the modifications to your DR650 to make it more capable off-road so you can explore unfamiliar territory, get away from the people, and get to beautiful places like this. Give me a like if this helped you out. Comment on anything that I might have missed, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Live to ride another day, and we will see you in the woods.